I'm Vishnu Bhatta. I work as a director in Partnership for Sustainable Development in Nepal. I have been working on this organization for last 14-15 years now.
A month to the day later, the catastrophic earthquake hit the Kathmandu Valley.
Because of this blockade from India, there's a crisis in Kathmandu. That's why they canceled that program.
Not knowing if we would be able to get food while in Nepal or medical supplies if we needed it. I contacted Dr. McMahon and said, you know, I'm all for trying Nepal one more time, and he said, go for it. And so we went for it. The proposal was approved for the third time, and June 1st, we left the United States. The classrooms in the United States are becoming extremely diverse, which is a good thing. So back in the olden days, they called it a melting pot. Now the new phrase is a salad. Everybody needs to still hold their identity, but still come together as one.
Even though they're all Nepali, they all have their different families and their different castes and their different backgrounds. But it doesn't matter in the classroom. They all work together and they're all one.
Jig or leap.
Jig or leap.
Verbs can tire.
Birds can tire.
You out of a heap.
Here we see the teachers understanding and knowing everything about these students, where they come from, where they live, what their parents do, if their parents are even alive. They already know all of this information. If you have a classroom full of 18 students, you have a classroom full of 18 different people.
One of the best parts of this is getting to know my students individually and getting to know their likes and dislikes. I really learned about relating and connecting what you're talking about to the students. So if we're in science, we have the students bring plants of their own in because the plants in the book might not be something that they have here.
Students are starting to take a step back and realizing, hey, this isn't about me.
It's really hard for me to not have things go how I want them to when the students don't want to do the group work or they don't want to do their matching activity. It's really hard for me to be like, this is fun. This is so much more fun than what you're doing. Why can't you do it? But I'm getting better. It's getting less hard because I know they can't. It's not what they're used to.
Where
do you swim? That's so cool.
I love working with Vishnu. He has been an angel sent from heaven.
He leaves his family to come stay here with us and for the school. And I think that takes a lot for someone to be willing to hold people who aren't related to them above their family.
Working with the youth, it is always joyful because they do have lots of energy, they do have lots of different idea, creative idea that we can learn from them, and they can also learn from the local people.
Our students are doing a really, really, really good job with displaying these best practices and implementing these best practices in the classroom. So I hope the teachers here are observing and are attempting to use some of these best practices with their students.
They can learn differently because a lot of them think this is how they've learned their whole lives, that's all they can do, but they have a lot of creativity to do a lot of different things, and I think it should be utilized.
I mean, they might not have the most materials, they might just have a textbook and a copybook, but I mean, if you find an activity to do, they'll do it and they'll know it.
I feel like I've learned how to connect with my students, even though like we can't fully communicate because we are speaking two different languages sometimes, but I feel like I respect them and they respect me most of the time.
If there's anything else we can do with the mission, then we are ready to do and host the program in Nepal.